What's up, guys? It's Wally. Today we're going to be doing some battles with a new version of our all-types team. So if you guys remember back in Series 2, we ended up putting together a team that had all 18 different types available in Pokemon represented on the same team. But now that we aren't in Series 2 anymore, I thought it'd be nice to kind of revamp the team and kind of bring it into Regulation C. And that's why you'll see a couple of different Pokemon here. There are a couple Pokemon that were, represented on that first team that were here on this team as well, and those are Iron Hands and Glimmora. However, both of them have kind of swapped Terras here. So now Iron Hands is the Ground Terra and Glimmora is the Grass Terra. The good thing about that is that Iron Hands does have Stab Earthquake, which is going to be extremely strong, while still having really good stab moves in Thunder Punch and Drain Punch. Obviously, we still have Fake Out, which is always nice to have out there as well. And that's part of the reason why we have Assault Vest as well, is because we have 4 really great moves on it. And plus, since Iron Hands doesn't have the greatest special defense, it's nice to be able to kind of beef that up by 50%. And then with Glimmora, the good thing about having it be a Grass Terra is that 4x weakness to ground ends up turning into a resistance, and then we end up having a Stab Energy Ball, which is a really strong grass attack. And then other than that, we of course have Sludge Bomb and Power Gem, which are other stab moves, and of course Spiky Shield, which is just kind of a better protect. And I know I've mentioned that in a couple videos before, however, just to kind of reiterate again, basically what it does is anytime anyone makes physical contact with you, it ends up taking away 1/8 of their max HP. So it ends up being basically a damage dealing protect for that turn. Now onto the Pokemon that weren't on that first team. So obviously it's Regulation C, there are a lot of ruinous Pokemon out there, so I knew we had to put at least one of them on this team, and that's why we selected Chien-Pao. Plus we do have the Dark and the Ice type kind of covered right there, and then of course with the Terra, which is Ghost, that's really nice to be able to take away that 4x weakness to fighting. Now truly that is just a defensive Terra, we don't have a Ghost move on it, it's not like we have Terra Blast or anything like that. We just have Ice Spinner, which of course is a really strong Ice Stab, as well as something that would end up taking away the terrain as well, which is really nice, especially if we see Indeedee or something out there. Also, we have Sucker Punch, which is another great stab move, and is also one that has priority. And then, of course, we have Sacred Sword as well, which is a great move to have on it because, first of all, it's a fighting move, and again, with all the ruinous Pokemon out there, it's nice to have a fighting move on you to be able to kind of, go into each of them. Plus, it is a move that ignores all the defense boosts that a Pokemon might have. So when it's dealing damage, it's kind of ignoring those. Next, we have Volcarona, which obviously is a bug and fire type, but the Terra is water. And that's really good because it will end up resisting a lot of different things. And plus, it'll take a lot of its weaknesses and end up turning them into neutral hits at that point as well. Plus, we do a Flame Body, which is a really great ability because anyone that makes physical contact has the chance to end up getting burnt at the end of the turn, which is nice because, again, if it's a physical attacker, having it be burnt means that its attack power is going to be cut in half. So that's something that really does come in handy down the line. And plus, with Rocky Helmet, if someone makes physical contact with it as well, it ends up taking some residual damage too. Now, this is a Pokemon that does have Terra Blast, only because we don't have another Pokemon that has a Water-type move, and I don't know why. I just feel like it would be really nice to have a Water-type move on it. So having that option with Volcarona, if we end up terastallizing, is really nice. In addition, we do have Struggle Bug, which is great because it does end up hitting both Pokemon and it ends up lowering their special attack by 1 stage. And then Fiery Dance, which is nice because you have a 50% chance of raising your special attack by 1 stage after using it as well. And plus, it is a fire move, and with a lot of Pokemon that have the potential to set the sun or are also weak against fire, it's nice to be able to do a single target move into them and get some really good damage with the chance of boosting our special attack. And last but not least, we do have Rage Powder too because it is a really good redirect mon, and it has some really good bulk in it as well, so it can tank some hits. And so if we have another good Pokemon out there like Chien-Pao, and we're really afraid of it taking, some kind of damage, it's nice because Volcarona can end up using the Rage Powder, and it'll end up taking the damage. Unless, of course, you are going against a Pokemon that either has Safety Goggles or ends up being, a Grass-type Pokemon, because those end up ignoring Rage Powder because of the nature of the move. But either way, it's still a really good thing to have on there for redirect. Next, we have Screamtail, which is a Fairy and a Psychic-type Pokemon. It does have the Steel Terra, mainly because it ends up taking away the super effective nature of the Steel move, which will turn into a resistance, and then the Ghost move will end up turning into a neutral hit, so you'll end up being able to survive just a little bit longer while you're out there. Plus, Steel does have a lot of resistances as well, so that's really nice from that perspective too. Obviously, you do have the weakness to fire and ground, and fighting as well, which is obviously a little tough, but still at the same time, it's nice for, you know, that kind of 1 or 2 turn, I guess, defensive shift. The moves that we have on it, obviously we have Play Rough as our only real damaging move here, but it's nice because it is a stab move. Other than that, we do have Howl, which is nice because it ends up raising its own attack as well as its allies' attack too. So we do have like Chien-Pao, Iron Hands, Dragonite. Like, all of those would be great Pokemon to have out there to be able to use Howl, because it'll end up being able to raise their attack, and since Screamtail does have booster energy, and it will activate its speed, it will be super speedy, so it will get the Howl off first before it ends up moving. So Iron Hands, Pow, Dragonite will all have a +1 when they're able to move. Other than that, we do have Encore and Disable, and we've actually put out a video before where we've done this kind of cheese before. No disrespect to it, because I actually really like it. It's nice to be able to encore a Pokemon into one specific move and then disable it. But even so, even if you don't end up using Disable, which is why I shouldn't call it cheese, you could always just encore a Pokemon into either Protect or Fake Out or something else that you know isn't going to end up hitting any of your Pokemon or will just end up failing, you know, turn after turn. And last but not least is my favorite Pokemon of all time, Dragonite, which obviously is a dragon and a flying type Pokemon. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen before, both on the ladder and in other videos on YouTube as well, this Dragonite is a normal Terra. And the great thing about that is that Dragonite does have access to extreme speed, which means that that is a super priority move, which means that is going to go before a lot of other things as well. Obviously, Fake Out would still take it out, but it still ends up going before things like Rage Powder and things like that as well. So you don't really have to worry much about Redirect with extreme speed. And since it will be a stab, and Dragonite does have Choice Band, that thing's going to hit super hard. And when you throw out the fact that either Chien-Pao is going to be out there, or you could potentially get that +1 from Screamtail, obviously it wouldn't really mean anything on the first one because extreme speed would go first before Howl, but still, the ability to potentially have a +1 to use like extreme speed into a Pokemon, it's going to hit extremely hard. The other moves that we have are Iron Head, which is nice against the Fairy type Pokemon that could really threaten Dragonite before it terastallizes, as well as Outrage, which is an extremely strong stab move. I think it's a 120 power if I'm not mistaken. However, you are kind of choiced into that for 2 to 3 turns, and at the end of that, you do end up becoming confused. But still, to be able to get that kind of damage output with a Pokemon like Dragonite, hopefully you won't really have to worry about being confused. And even so, you have a lot of other Pokemon to kind of pick up the slack if that ends up happening. And last but not least, we do have Brick Break. Again, because there are a lot of Ruinous Pokemon that are out there. And plus, I have seen a lot of teams with Grimmsnarl and some like Corviknight screens and a couple other Pokemon that set screens as well. So having Brick Break, despite the fact that we would be choiced into that, we would probably have to swap out in the next turn. But it's nice to be able to kind of break the screens from that perspective, considering the fact that, you know, we have a lot of heavy hitters out there, and we don't really want to be hindered by anything like a screen. So being able to have Brick Break, I think is really important too. So this is the team. I really haven't gotten a chance to test it. So these are going to be the first battles. I did a couple battles on Showdown. However, unfortunately, as I'm sure a lot of you guys saw too, Showdown ended up going down at a certain point for about a day or two. So I couldn't really do a ton of battling with it before I had the chance to actually build it on cart. So yeah, this is going to be a fun experiment. But either way, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for it. So we'll get into the battles. But before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't yet, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right, now this is a pretty interesting team. I love the fact that Pachirisu's on this team. I'm not going to lie. However, the fact that Azumarill and Fluttermane are on it actually kind of worries me a little bit. However, that's okay. I think what we're going to end up doing... I wonder if we can get away with... Well, the problem with bringing out Iron Hands first would just be the potential... the Intimidate, I should say. Okay, so what I think we're going to do... Yeah, you know what? That's fine now. Let's go with... 'cause I'm not afraid of anyone from a ground move perspective. So let's go Glimmora and Hands. Because at least Glimmora will be able to take out Arcanine as well. And then let's go Dragonite. And we'll go Pao as well. Yeah, we'll go with that. And we could have... Well, there's so many options to Terrastallize here, you know? And the worst part is, like, we have 3 Pokemon on this team that have a 4X weakness. At least ones that we brought here. Obviously, Volcarona has one as well, but I'm not counting that for this right now because, yeah, obvious reasons. But, ooh, Azumarill and Pachu. Okay. It's actually pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, so... Really, I mean... I think one of my biggest worries here would probably end up being... them bringing in Arcanine. I wonder if it's worth it to go for the... I'm gonna go for a Sludge Bomb over there. I'm gonna fake out Pachirisu. Is it a double protect? Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's the right call, let's be honest here. Okay, so now they see that I'm gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. So, question is... Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do then. Because if they think we're going to go for the Sludge Bomb, they may swap out. So I'm going to go Spiky Shield to prevent a Water move. And if they do end up swapping out and going into Arcanine, at least we can go with an Earthquake. Okay, so there was no Protect. That's fair. Or no swap out. That's fine. Hopefully we can do some good damage to Pachu here. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Well... Not ideal, but... Not ideal, but that could be a lot worse. I'm gonna go into Dragonite just so we can go for a. Yeah, but that wasn't gonna be enough to knock out Azumarill, though. Let's do that, and we'll go for it again because then we can end up going for a an Extreme Speed. We could swap out Hands on the next one if we don't get knocked out to a Play Rough. Nice. Nice! Okay, way to go, Hands. Okay, well, everyone say goodbye to Pachu. Nice. And Azumarill will be able to get taken out on the next one, then. And we still have our Terra in the back as well. Ooh, Arcanine now. Yeah, and that's not ideal by any means. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Because realistically, I mean, they could end up swapping out Azumarill here and bringing in Fluttermane if they brought it. Yeah. But it's possible that they ended up bringing Pao. It's possible. Albeit not likely, but it's possible. So I'm going to go for the Extreme Speed into Azumarill. And I'll go for the Earthquake just in case they do swap. Alright, just please don't be like a Ghost Terra. Okay, well that's good then. That's not. But that'll actually be okay because then... Okay, are we gonna get Will-O-Wisp? Oh, Arcanine's gonna go Extreme Speed too. Fair enough. So Arcanine is going to be faster. So let's see. Again, I bet you they end up... But then again, if they swap out Azumarill, they end up losing their boost. But... I'll take the risk again, and then we'll go for the Thunder Punch up into Arcanine. Okay, good. They didn't swap. See, I'm just overthinking it sometimes, you know? Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, though. Okay, now the good thing here... Hey, you know, Ice Spinner would do some good damage. Yeah, let's go Glimmora, because at least with Pao, depending on who's in the back, at least we can go Sucker Punch to end it, you know? Oh, it's their Pao, too. Okay. Oops. Okay, now here's the good thing. So at least we can Terrastalize, and we can go for the Extreme Speed into Arcanine. And let's try to take out Pao. Because again, we need to get rid of our 4X weakness to Ice, you know? And so hopefully... So we are -1 in our attack right now, but Pao brings their defense down a little bit. Okay, that's cool. I can tolerate that. Nice. Oh, if we weren't... Damn. Okay, that's okay, because as long as we survive this... Ah, I understand. Fair enough, my friend. I should have just doubled into Arcanine, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. You know, I honestly think... actually, no, that might be difficult. We might not be able to knock Arcanine out. I'm going to do that up into Pao. And I'm going to go for a Power Gem into Arcanine. It's a lot of damage. Hey, that's not bad, actually. Goodbye, Dragonite. And you know what? That's actually okay at this point. Because we end up knocking out Arcanine. And now all we have is Pao v Glimmora. Now, I'm glad we ended up saving our Terra for when we did. Because if we would have ended up Terrastalizing Grass, like with Glimmora, like originally, yeah, then that would have just been really, really bad. Alright, so We're going to go, because they already terrestrialized. Yeah. Oh, that's right, with the flying. So we're going to go Sacred Sword, and let's go Spiky Shield. Because we have Sash, so it's not like they're going to be able to take it out, and we should be able to take them out with Sacred Sword. It's fine. Thank you. And it's not like they're King's Rock or anything, you know? Although that would be pretty funny, not gonna lie. But there we go. One win down. Let's go. It's actually a pretty cool lineup, not gonna lie. Glimmora in hands, and then obviously Pao and Dragonite. At this point, I don't want to call that classic because we are only in Reg C, but I know before Series 1 some people were running, you know, like Pao and Dragonite, so classic, you know. Either way, good game though. Alright, so let's see here. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually starting with that same thing. Especially if they end up going with yeah, because if they start Talonflame and Great Tusk, and we can always threaten the bird with Glimmora, but we could always terrestrialize into... Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Glim in hands, and then we'll D-Knight... I can't believe it. I'm going to go Screamtail, too. I want to see if we can get some of that, some Encore Disable stuff in, too. Although at that point, we could have actually started Howl then. But... Nah, it's okay. Ooh, Talonflame and T-Tar. Got you. Fair enough. Well, thanks for increasing my special defense, which is not going to help me right now, but appreciate it nonetheless. Question is, does T-Tar have Earthquake? The fact that it's out there with Talonflame leads me to worry, but... No, because why would you do that when you already have another Earthquake mon on your team, right? Trying to think logically here. I bet you T-Tar might end up terrestrializing into flying. So let's do that, and I'm going to take the risk and go for the Drain Punch. I mean, I guess that's always a possibility, too. Should have went for the Thunder Punch. Well, no, because Thunder Punch wouldn't have made sense. At least we knocked them out. Actually, kind of, well, no, yeah. Yeah. Should have went for the Thunder Punch and just tried to call the, whatchamacallit. Okay, again, now here's the good thing. Is again, because the sun, or not the sun, the, sand is set up, we actually have a boost to our special defense. But with Tusk out there, that ain't gonna help us much. I mean, here's the good thing, though. Let's go Spiky Shield. Let's go into Screamtail here. My hope is that Screamtail can withstand an Earthquake? Well, no, because... No, it would probably end up being a Headlong Rush then. I had to think of the name of that move again. Holy cow. There we go. If we do, at least we know we're going to be... Oh, wait, but hold on, because they do have Tailwind up. Yeah, so we're still not going to outspeed, but... Okay. Now, here's the downside, is we're probably going to have to end up swapping... Yeah, we're probably going to have to end up swapping... or terrestrializing part of me, which means we're going to lose that special defense boost. And also lose our... Oh, yeah, we're good. Ooh, nice! Dope, and that actually does some damage over there, too. Which is pretty awesome. Okay. So Flutter Mane takes a little extra. Screamtail. Let's Terrastalize. Let's go into Energy Ball. And let's... Because I don't want to Encore either of them. And they're both going to outspeed me, so... Oh, it's T-Tar, okay. We'll go for the Play Rough and the Flutter Mane, why not? What's the worst that's going to happen, right? Oh. Actually, if they are Toy Scarfs... Actually, it shouldn't matter, because we should be able to knock them out here with a with an Energy Ball. I think we were going to knock them out with an Energy Ball. Because I think they went Headlong Rush over there. Let's see. Let's see what was going to happen. Oh, that's... Okay, yeah. That's right, it doesn't show you after they, like, do that sometimes. That's alright, though. Hey, you know what? We'll take that as a victory. Really good game on that one, too. And our first Dondozo matchup of the night. Alright. Well, it looks like they've, yeah, a couple different cores there. Obviously, the Chi-Yu and Flutter Mane, and then, obviously, Dozo and Tatsu. So I'm going to trust that same team for the most part. For the most part. Actually, Screamtail wouldn't be horrible with that either. Huh. No, you know what? Let's go Dragonite. Nah, maybe I should though. The good thing though is at least with Sacred Sword with Chien-Pao. Screamtail would have a hard time against Glimmora. We'll go Pao then. That's fine. We'll go with that first team again. And the second one is, you know, what we got the Rage Quit with. You would think we'd go back with that, but nah. Especially against Dozo, being able to have that drop in defense will help us out. I mean, it's going to help them out regardless, you know, so... Oh boy. Well... Well... I'm going to go for a Spiky Shield, and we're going to go with just a straightaway Earthquake. Does Dozo protect too? Yep. Sweet. That way we can get a little bit of damage over there too. We are gonna, unfortunately... Oh, they wanted that Earth Power! Okay. Fair enough. I got it. That's alright. We get our Earthquake in. It's probably not going to KO because it's not a stab move right now. But at least we'll still get some good damage. And unfortunately... Oh, we got it all the way down to Sash. Okay, never mind then. But unfortunately, Toxic Spikes. That's unfortunate. The good thing about that, though, is with Dragonite... Oh, the darn thing about Chien-Pao, though. Shoot. You know what we're going to do? We're going to just swap right into Dragonite right now, because if they go for the EQ or something like that... Who do they have in the back, though? Let's go for the Thunder Punch. They're... Oh, maybe they're not. Oh, well, maybe they do swap out their Glimmora. I don't remember what our speeds were compared to each other. Cool. Nice. Okay. That's pretty awesome right there, not gonna lie. Good. We got half damage on it, too. Thank you for not having Tatsu right now. I wonder if they even brought Tatsu, now that I'm thinking about it. Fair enough. I get it. Well, D-Knight. Ooh, hold on, though. Because if that's Flutter main in the back, which, honestly, it probably is, let's be honest here. I can't really go Outrage, but I can't go Extreme Speed either. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances. Didn't think they'd have the speed there, but hey, you know what? Fair enough. Ooh, that is some good damage too. But oh wait, it's Uproar that I can't. Alright, bye Dozo. See you, buddy. Problem is, I don't think I can swap out here, though, can I? Because I'm in the middle of an Outrage. Yeah. There it is. Proto. Is that Speed Proto? Yeah, you bet it is. Okay. So let's see. Hands. We're -1 speed, but we're not going to be faster than anything anyways. So, I'm actually kind of okay with that. Yeah, and that's the thing is, obviously, we're kind of choiced into Outrage. So let's Terra. Let's Terrastalize. And let's go EQ. I was just making sure that we weren't like -1 in speed or anything like that. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is we got rid of the Watermon, which means that we really don't have to worry about... Fair enough, fair enough. Nice. Perfectly fine. Get the EQ. There we go. We can get rid of them now. It's going to be a pain, but at least for our Glimmora, at least we're not going to get poisoned because we're already a poison type, you know? We may say goodbye to Dragonite here. I say may as if we're not... Oh, it's Chi-Yu. Actually, that could be a lot worse, if I'm being completely honest. They have not used their Terra, though, so I would imagine that's going to be a Ghost Terra. Yeah. So I'll just... We'll have to deal with that. I'm just gonna... yeah. Do that. Let's Earthquake again. They're probably going to Terra... It's either going to be Fairy or it's going to be Ghost. I would imagine Ghost, though. Kind of have to do that to take away the 4x weakness. It's Grass. That's even worse. Now, if they have Terra Blast, that's going to be terrible. Yeah, bye D-Knight. And that's fine. Now, can we withstand a Terra Blast, though? can. Yes, we can, baby. You know it. Ooh. Yeah, so let's go Glim here. We get the Poison Spikes gone. I don't know why I totally forgot about that, but that's awesome. Now we're going to end up losing hands here. We're going to try to take them out only because Sucker Punch is going to totally take care of Flutter Mane. That's not going to be a worry for us at all. So right now, we really don't... It's not an issue, you know? So let's go with the Drain Punch. Oof. Thank you for giving me my berry. Appreciate that. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, now that's game then. That's game. Sweet. That's what I'm talking about there. Again, I only say that because we should be able to... Hold on, wait, 1 second. I shouldn't say that yet. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be game now because now all that's left is Flutter Mane and we have priority. And there's no Psychic Terrain, thankfully. Thankfully, they did make it a little easier to see in this generation. But thankfully, there's no terrain. There's no Pokemon that has Queenly Majesty or Armor Tail or anything like that. So at this point, GG. Sludge Bomb and Sucker Punch. There we go. That is another GG. Let's go. Good game. So not bad for a first run with this team. And I know we didn't end up using Volcarona at all, and we only brought Screamtail to one battle. But still, this isn't going to be the only video that we make with this team. We're going to be using this team pretty much all month. Well, maybe not all month, but at least for the next couple weeks. We'll definitely put out a couple more videos and maybe highlighting a couple of these Pokemon just so we can kind of put the focus on them as well. I'll also put the Pokepaste down in the description, so if you guys are curious about EV spreads or anything like that, that'll be down there. But if you guys do have any other questions or anything, make sure to leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond to it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like, and we'll see you guys next time.